Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. Although today I'll just be tarot and maybe another system, I'm not sure yet, maybe Kipper. But of course this is Trump's weekly reading, and this one will go from November 6th through the full moon lunar eclipse on the 8th all the way to the 12th. Whoa. So anyway, I don't know why I said whoa. That just came from somewhere, but I don't know what. We'll see. I can't tell until I bring the camera overhead and get this going. Okay, hold on one moment. Be right back. Okay, so bear with me while I allow for reversals. This is my weird way of doing it sometimes. And I'm putting into the cards the time frame of November 6th through the 12th for Mr. Flump. Every time I turn on the news, I'm like, oh, there's something else. Man. So the latest thing I saw watching Alex Wagner's show last night was that the judge, I can't remember the guy's name, Enragon or something like that, and I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but anyway, he ruled in favor of. So remember back when a couple weeks ago, when Trump sued Letitia James. So the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, files a lawsuit against Trump Org 2 in New York, and in Washington, because he opened up this new business, LLC, Trump Org 2 LLC. He opened up that business the day after she slapped a $250 million lawsuit on Trump Org. So she had him served. Actually, they did it all by email because that's what they can do nowadays. And so she's suing Trump Org 2 as well. And then he turned around and sued her. And, oh my God. This judge said, no, you can't sue her. He knocked it out. He said, forget about it. And not only that, so he's not allowed to move his assets to get away from the liability that he has on Trump Org. And not only that, he's required to appoint, what do they call it? A monitor. Yeah, not a master, it was a monitor. A monitor to oversee like all the financial, payments coming in and out, financial everything going on, plus whatever they disclose. Somebody's going to be watching that and doing it for them. And not only that, it gets even better. Trump Org 2 has to pay for that, or Trump Org and Trump Org 2 has to pay for that monitor. So Letitia James won big time. But then, of course, Trump is trying to sue. He's acting like this is an awful thing against this wonderful organization, and Trump, and he's like the golden whatever, and he's trying to say that Letitia James doesn't do anything to protect New York. Meanwhile, we know the only reason he has any of these businesses is a form to launder money, right? That's why he had to turn around the next day and open a new one. He knows how to do it. He's been doing it all his life. So let's look at his week. Yeah, and I don't think things are going well with him, too, on the other front with Fani Willis, because that Kash Patel guy was offered immunity to testify against Trump. That's a separate thing from Fani Willis, but then, because she's Georgia, but then Kash Patel, he's the guy that was like right there with Trump, right? I mean, the guy that always looks like the deer in the headlights. If you look at his eyes, he's like, whoa, it's trauma there. So anyway, he's being called in against the, I think I could be wrong, you guys, set me straight if I screwed up here, but I thought that he's the one that's testifying about, or can testify with immunity. Doesn't mean he'll be totally, he could still perjure himself, but I think that he's the one that has the knowledge about the official documents that were stolen from, the things that violated the Espionage Act. When the FBI went in and did the very legal search and seizure of stolen documents that belonged to the Americans, belonged to us, not Trump. Okay, forces in motion this week for him. Oops. Biggest challenge. Yep, because he's a big fat liar. I'm going to do 2 cards for, I hope I have my camera up high enough. If not, I'll stop and move it up. But I'm going to do 2 cards here for his plans. His plans for the week. Two cards for his actions, because plans don't always manifest as the same actions. Okay. I need to make some room here. Let's do 2 cards up here for what's hanging over him, that he doesn't have any control over, what's coming down over him. Whoa. Big changes, big transitions for this week. Wow. Okay, and then 4 cards to give us more about the future. His future. And this, oops, come on. And I'm going to take the 2 off the bottom, set them aside over here. Ooh, those don't look good. Okay. Come on. Oh. Maybe I can just put it right up against my monitor there, though. Okay, but I think there's enough room. Oh, yeah, we're okay. I always forget these cards are quite a bit smaller because they're cut down. Okay. Let's see. Is that in there right? Yeah, that's good enough. Let me move things up a little bit in case there's like closed captioning going on down below that we need room for. Okay. I think if I go this way, it's better. Okay. So, of course, the Emperor Reversed is our ruthless bastard that he is. This is him with no power, because everybody sees him for what he is. Let me do it this way. This is, the Emperor Reversed brings in, well, besides being ruthless and cold and his big, overblown ego, it's also his weakness, right? Because all the judges, even the ones, the ones that he's appointed, they're not helping him out, right? Because they see his abuse of power, which is what the Emperor Reversed is about primarily. So I don't think I need to reiterate anything more around that. But the Magician in the challenge position is the problem with telling the truth, communication problems, getting words out right, having tools at your resources, being resourced in tools. It's like I think he's running out of tools running out of attorneys that have been tools in the past. Yeah, what was that? MAGA is now make attorneys get, it's a new acronym for make attorneys get attorneys, right? I don't know who came up with that, but they're genius. Okay, so his plans with the Queen of Wands reversed, this, I think, is where he is having trouble with his jealousy. I think he's having trouble because of his, he hasn't been loyal, right? Now, this could be that he has plans to burn bridges with any woman who hasn't given him what he's wanted lately, which could be, he could have plans going on against Liz Cheney, because it's my Liz Cheney card. Could also be plans against, now it's not a Scorpio card, but even his own daughter, just, working plans. But then again, this is trying to be loyal to the dark money sources that he has and the money laundering situation that he always needs to keep going, because that's what these guys have to do, right? Yeah. And shout out to my friend Jean Oristano, over at Evolving Spirit on Facebook. She doesn't have her own YouTube channel yet. I can't wait till she does. But anyway, she was sending me things about what's that guy's name? Simeon Mogilevich. I think I'm saying his name right. But anyway, it reminded me of that great book that I read so long ago from Craig Unger called, the title of it was, I think it was House of Trump, House of Putin, or the other way around. I can't remember. I think it's House of Trump, House of Putin. But it talked all about the ties. Everything's right there, and tracing back to his dad. So the money laundering thing is the apparatus that, all of the Trump properties are all about. So trying to keep that going, I think, is the problem. And his plans is to try to rectify that. But I don't know that it's helping. I mean, I don't know that his plans are not going to manifest. And that's further reiterated here with his actions. What, is he planning on betraying someone? Or is he going to actively, his plans aren't good here, but is he going to actively betray someone in another country? This is when you're looking at cards in the deck that relate to Russia, this is one of them. And the Empress could be looked at as Mother Russia. And what's hanging over him is a big change, a big transition that has to do with on one level, his creativity, his ability to create more wealth. And also, this could be a relationship with Putin that's ending, because he's no longer, Putin's useful idiot. Because he's as soon as you run out of money, you're no longer part of the game. They don't care about you. The only thing they care about is the ability to launder money. And the United States have had the worst or the laxest rules. Which Sheldon Whitehouse is working. Boy, he has his own video YouTube channel, so watch his videos, because he's uploading things all the time. He also has a Facebook page, and things go up there too. So if you subscribe to both, you'll usually get one or the other. But man, make sure your notifications are on with him, because he is working really hard to clean this up. Between him and that ICIJ, that International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, they are working hard to bring everything out. So, the end of the opportunity to create wealth. The end of big changes that lead to his dependence on something. Big changes that lead to major problems. And also, you know, when she comes through reverse, she's very insecure. So, and this is hanging over him, relationship issues. Now, here's another, this is a pattern. So for the 4th week in a row, we've got relationship issues. And then more with his future is like, well, he's getting something, but he doesn't, it's not what he wants. And this is his apathy. The 4 of Cups to me is my apathy card, which is pretty dark. You know, apathy's one of the, you know, parts of evil, because it goes against life. When you don't care and you're apathetic, things happen. Now, also this is a card of being stuck, and sometimes having just a lot of fantasy going on, you know. And with the 7 of Pentacles reversed, he's stuck without good investments coming through. That's a major challenge. It's also, both of these cards to me are very, very lazy. And both of them indicate in the future for him, his ability to plan is even worse, because this is just like not having any good plan. Nothing to invest in, no one to invest with. I'm thinking people are shutting him out. And then with the 2 of Swords, well, I think he's in denial. I think, again, both of these cards show that, you know, feelings are blocked. He's at a crossroads. I don't know if he's facing his fears because he just uses drugs and alcohol to numb out, because that's what he's always done, even though he lies and says he doesn't drink, but it's a lie. An addict is an addict. You know, one thing to come up, one thing to come down. You know, unless you go through rehab a bunch of times, like Matthew Perry did to heal it, but he's, you know, Trump isn't doing any of that. We've never seen him go away. We need to see him go away for a while, right? So, denial, major problems. And then with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, it's like he can't even manage his resources well. He's really, really struggling. And this is also, you know, because the Pentacles always, to me, relate to money and the body mostly, and, you know, all things physical, but especially money. This shows financial loss, and he's in denial about how bad it is. Yeah. And all of these 4 cards together just tell me, like, he doesn't have a backup plan. The clown is going down. Let's see what was at the bottom of the deck. Temperance Reversed, and this is, of course, my Mar-a-Lago card, or Mar-a-Lardo, like some of you call it. Temperance Reversed, whoa. When it comes to money, because that's the only thing that drives him, right? This tells me that there's some major, like a really bad decision that's been made around Mar-a-Lago. Could just be a bad decision within the family. Oh, you know what this could be, even though it's the... this reading just goes from the 6th to the 12th. This could be Tiffany's wedding that's supposed to happen, I think, on the 14th. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the 12th. But I thought it was the 14th. I don't know. It's somewhere right after the midterms. So I don't think he's going to be getting along well with people. And maybe that's why we have the Queen of Wands reverse. Like, he's planning on working something up to drum up some money, but nothing's going to work. And I think this could be the event. And I don't know where, maybe her wedding's at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that's what this card is about. But anyway, with Temperance Reverse, the important thing here is just that, it could be that he tries to rejuvenate, an imbalance, but he's not going to be able to. And he might do something really stupid at her wedding. But primarily when I see the Temperance Reversed, I think of, somebody making a really bad choice. The cups don't fill. Everything comes back into your face. Right? Because you're so out of balance. You've been so out of balance for so long. And it's interesting that, this is the card that comes right after the Death card. Right? 13 and 14. Yeah. So I don't really feel like I need to do Kipper or anything else, because it looks to me like, well, I might, you know what? Maybe I will real quick. Maybe I will use a Kipper just quickly to see, because maybe there's going to be, maybe he's going to get served again somehow. So legally, what's going to come down this week for him, if anything, legally? What's his week legally? Or what's his week, period? Okay, this one's popping up. Yeah, get together. That's probably the wedding. Yep. That would be the wedding at Mar-a-Lago. Whatever. What a stupid name. And the official, that's an official, yeah, this is the wedding. Something that's official. I doubt they'd come and raid a wedding. Oh, wait, this is something else. This is a judicial process coming through here. So there is something else. So there's the wedding and something else happening this week for him, or close to after. Maybe, because this is usually my January 6th committee card. So and our house card in the Kipper is all about assets. So maybe there is something that comes through this week about freezing his assets or taking his assets. Yeah, and I get that card every week for him, or every time I read on him. It's something that's going to just take him down. Down terribly. My goodness, when it comes to all the legal cards, they're here. There's 40 cards, I think, in this deck. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. This is one of the cards that comes through when it has legal cards nearby, which it does. This is my money laundering card. People, who live a life of misery, working in detail. Now this is Melania. We know she's not going to divorce him, but that's Melania. Is she feeling broke? She's definitely in some poverty consciousness. Maybe she's the queen of the money laundering. And there we have the deception. The false person is. Sometimes it's not a person, it's just like something's wrong. So this spread to me spells out the same thing around money problems, problems with Melania that is really getting to him. Maybe that's why we had that Queen of Wands over here. Maybe maybe that Three of Pentacles was him trying to work things out with her, but she's manipulating him. Right? Yeah, and I do think she's been one of his handlers. I think Ivana was his first handler, and then I don't think Marla Maples was, but for sure Melania. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look good legally, and there is possibly something that could come down this week or soon. Or maybe this is just a taste of the future, because timing is pretty tricky, challenging. But again, we're tracking patterns here, and we keep seeing this card. We keep seeing all these legal cards. We keep seeing that he is going to go down. So, okay, well, that's all I have, you guys. Feel free to drop in more. I know a lot of you love reading the Kipper, and you can knight the cards together and get more messages. And yeah, feel free to go for it. I'm going to get this uploaded for you. Okay, take good care. Bye.